Hi, welcome back. In this one, we are taking another quick look at Sndl growers. Sndl today has been relatively flat. We are getting a bit of a hint to the downside, so it is down by about 3.1%. But in comparison to the sell-off that we have been seeing over the past week, things really are starting to flatten out. I think this is hopefully a good indication of what is to come in the future. Well, of course, I am not a financial advisor. Do make sure to do your own research and use this video for nothing more than entertainment purposes. But if you might enjoy it, if you may find it a good watch, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we are trying to grow the amount of subscribers that we have. We're almost hitting 10k, so thank you for everything so far. But now that I've mentioned that, let's jump in. Then, so Sndl growers over the past 5 days has been seeing a lot of sell-off action. I think this is understandable, being as we have been up ever so significantly over the past month. We can see highs of about plus 391%, bringing us around the $3 mark, so things really did rocket in price. But from then we have basically been red for every single day, bringing us down a further 29%, which is reasonable based on what we have been seeing, especially considering that at the start of the month we were at around 60 cents and now we are at about $1.26. So if you would have bought this one at 60 cents, you would still be up about 110%, so returns would be decent. But right now what we focus on is what is happening with this one going forwards, and personally I think that Sndl could be a long-term hold, especially with the price point that we are seeing right now. Now, I said in yesterday's episode that I would be very cautious going into Sndl for the next few days, and I definitely think that was understandable based on the action that we have been seeing today as well, being as Sndl actually did sell off a little bit in the past few days. Now right now I think it is ever so slowly starting to build up in price, as a lot of stocks are seeing a bit of traction towards the end of session today, up about 5% from the lows of the day, and I think that is quite significant. So Sndl could be back on the growth before we know it, potentially as soon as tomorrow. Now with Sndl I think it is quite treacherous, and I think a lot of the stocks are at the moment. I say this in pretty much every video over the past 5 days, but I definitely do believe it is the safest method for me at least. If I was going to be buying Sndl, I would be using a dollar cost averaging strategy, which would hopefully allow me to get the maximum amount of shares at the best price. Of course, it would basically mean that if I was to buy 100 shares, for example, I might buy 10 a day for the next 10 days, or maybe buy 10 a day for the next 20 days, so assuming that I was buying one share or at least one position every other day. And I think right now with a lot of stocks that is the best way to go, because like I said, it will allow us to get the best price points. But yes, Sndl has actually kind of slowed down in this sell-off action. I think today has been relatively flat, which does indicate for positive things tomorrow, and I would like to see this one be ever so slightly in the green tomorrow. Regardless, worst case scenario, if we can remain quite flat as well tomorrow, I think that will be another good indication of the sell-off ending, and if we can see a bit of a pullback, I think that would be a fantastic indication of the growth coming back on pretty soon. But yeah, Sndl, there is a lot of potential there, at least in my opinion. I think this is more of a buy and hold stock, as it is not 100% where it could be in share price, in my opinion at least. I do believe it could go to $5 in the next year, and that is definitely an optimistic price point, but I think it is not impossible. I think $2 or $3 is 100% believable in the next year. I think highs might be around $10, but of course that is extremely optimistic. I think the lowest that we are going to see is $2, hopefully in the next few months, and I would love to see that one with Sndl. But right now the stock has been plummeting for the past week. You could be asking yourself, is now the perfect time to buy? I would definitely say it's not the worst, but I would still tread with caution, as it is not guaranteed what is going on with this stock. So definitely tread with caution. Preferably, if I was you, I would be using a dollar cost averaging strategy. I think that would allow us to get the best price, but I would love to hear what you have to say and what you are doing with this stock down in the comments. So please do drop me a comment. I will try to respond to every single one that I can. Thank you for all the support so far. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you. Goodbye until then.